Yo, what's going on, lifers? Welcome to another episode of Sick, Scared, and Stupid. I'm your host, Jake Thomas, and today's guest is coming to us by way of the Texas Hill Country, Central Texas. She's a former Austinite, and she's also the largest homemade, handmade soap maker in all of Texas. Her brand, Kuhdoo, Kuhdoo, makes soap and other quality homemade products using ingredients that are all familiar and only of which can be pronounced. She's also one of the largest earners in her product category at H-E-B, the largest grocery store in all of Texas and one of the largest grocery stores in the country. I'll let her tell more about herself and her journey and how cool she is. She's a woman-owned business owner. She is a go-getter. She's a very self-starting entrepreneur. She's my friend and our guest today. Welcome, Miss Kaysha Mangum.
Thank you. Thank you. That makes me blush. That's quite an introduction. Thank you. This is my first podcast, you guys. So
First podcast?
Yes.
How have you been hiding this long?
I don't know. I think I've just been really busy and just a little bit busy making soap and stocking the shelves at H-E-B. So, but I am coming out of hiding. So first of many.
Talking about H-E-B, tell me about, when I saw the belt buckle, the big $1 million belt buckle at your shop in Llano, Llano, Texas. You see that and you're like, wow, $1 million. Tell us, what is that? What's up with that?
So the $1 Million Belt Buckle Club is given by H-E-B to members that are Quest for Texas Best winners. So we are considered a Quest for Texas Best winner. And you see the H-E-B commercials like, we're on a quest for Texas Best. Usually it's in the categories of like salsa or food, but we are actually the only beauty brand that is a Quest for Texas Best winner.
Only?
The only.
Nice.
Yeah, the only. And so when you have done over $1 million in revenue with H-E-B, you get that belt buckle. And we keep it proudly displayed on the store register. And sometimes I get to wear it too. But yeah, so if you've done over $1 million in sales, you get that. And they've been doing Quest for Texas Best for 14 years. And I believe the last count was like only 41 of those had been given out.
Wow.
So yeah, it's quite an honor. And I see that and people are like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm like,
yeah,
that's a
like
lot
me.
of hard work.
I'm one of those people. I was one of those people. I was like, $1 million belt buckle, like that's cool. What is that?
Trust, it does not mean that I have $1 million in the bank.
My immediate thing was like, you need to wear that more often.
So yeah, but it represents a lot of hard work, a lot of tenacity, a lot of endurance. And when I got it, it was just like they mailed it to me, and I unwrapped it, and I was just like a moment, like a moment. I didn't even know it was coming. They actually surprised me with presenting it to me on like a call I was doing with H-E-B and speaking as a panelist. And they were like, and by the way, so they caught me totally off guard, which was cool. But yeah, I'm like, okay, now let's get the $10 million buckle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, enjoyed it. What's next?
Love that.
Yeah.
So how'd you get to H-E-B in the first place?
So people ask me that all of the time, and H-E-B found us. So that's pretty unusual. I didn't go knocking on any doors.
I figure a lot of people are.
A lot of people are.
Trying to get in there.
A lot of people are. So I actually, we had a booth at Wimberley at Market Days there for many, many years. And I'm not going to name her name, but the VP of the beauty department came to our booth in Wimberley. And
this is the VP of H-E-B.
Well, the VP of beauty for H-E-B.
Beauty for H-E-B.
Yeah. And we had barcodes on our soap back then. We didn't have boxes. And she was like, oh, you've got barcodes. Have you ever been like interested in H-E-B? And we were like, no. And she was like, oh, like that's like not a, like, now keep in mind, I did not know who we were talking to at the time. We didn't know who this was.
Got it.
But it was like, no, we're interested in that, but we can't do that yet. Like, and I always say, you have to be able to say no before you can truly say yes. So that was in 2016.
And you said no.
And we said no.
Because you just capacity. Wouldn't be able to fulfill it.
No, it would have killed us.
Got it.
I mean, there have been times it still almost killed us.
Yeah.
But
hard to say no? Like difficult to say no there?
We didn't really know who we were saying no to at the time. It was just kind of like we said no because that was the truth. had we known who we were talking to,
You'd be like,
it would have been a little bit harder. No, I think, So fast forward to 2018, we get a call from HEB, and we get invited to this Quest for Texas Best Beauty event. And yes.
So again, they reach out to you.
Again, they reached out to us. And so we got
2 years later.
2 years later. So we got invited to that, and I had no idea what I was in for. I'd never done anything like that. And when I look back at it now, like the way that I presented the company was very true to what we were that day, like in 2018. But it was small fries comparatively to like what we do now. And I think had I known the arena that I was walking into, I should have been a lot more nervous. But
how are you dressed?
Very casually.
How are they dressed?
Well, at this event, there were some people in suits and some people in jeans.
Oh, cool.
But I'll fast forward to another meeting where I was not appropriately dressed. But anyway, so I walk in, there's like 41 vendors there. Some of them I recognize. Some of them had like their brokers there. It was a whole new arena, like a whole new league for me. Yeah. And I was very like nervous. And I remember being just like, I am out of my league here. I'm not prepared. And my buyer, we just hit it off. We just connected. And I think in hindsight, the authenticity of the brand and just really showing up like raw and vulnerable. And this is who we are. And we're excited about what we do. There's this level of professionalism that we didn't have, but they saw the potential. And so...
Like maybe they even saw you as like, God, they don't even know what they have
Exactly.
Here. Got it.
Yeah. In hindsight, I think that was...
They're like, this is a gold mine. They don't even realize it.
Yes. And so that went well. We didn't learn anything. Like we didn't know anything that day. Like I just went out there, threw the spaghetti against the wall, had no idea. And I was like, well, I think it went good, but I don't know. There were some pretty legit companies there. And so... It was probably a week or two later, they called back and they wanted to come do a site visit. And they were like, we're interested. We'd love to come see your production. At this time, I was in the back of my house in a garage that was about 400 square feet.
Amazing.
I mean, tiny.
So when they first say, like, we want to come see the shop, are you like, I don't know what they're expecting?
No, I was like, okay.
Cool.
I was like, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, cool. What I didn't know... So 2 buyers came out and their assistants came out. What I didn't know was like the caliber of buyers that were coming to visit. And I'm glad that I didn't know because I would have been in a panic.
Not thinking more so the way I was suggesting before.
Yeah.
I
was just very naive. And I was like, yeah, y'all come on. It'll be fun. And we gave the tour and, sold the story. And, at that time we could really pushing. We could do like 6,000 bars in a month. And that was like a lot in that space. And by the time they left, we were all hugging and high-fiving. And, the buyer that I work with now, like he is pretty fierce. Like he works with P&G. He works with Clorox. He consults on packaging for these guys. And I have him in my garage. Right?
Didn't know it at the time.
Didn't know it. Didn't know it at the time. But he was like, and I remember him just being like, really like arms folded,
Surveying the field.
Surveying the field. Anyway, so fast forward. I'm like, that was great. That was fun. So yeah, then our buyer, the final meeting, I got invited to go out to the Arsenal in San Antonio. And this was like the make it or break it meeting. Like this is where decisions are going to be made. What SKUs are we going to pick up? We want samples.
And you knew this going into it?
And I knew this going into it. So like we're in talks. Like they're
so
interested.
you're like, oh damn,
I'm
this
excited.
Is like real.
Like we're real, right? So I go and I have my soaps and they don't even have boxes yet. Like they are still in paper wraps.
Got it. Any knowledge of like what they're expecting from you as far as an order size, how many SKUs,
no.
Type of fulfillment? Okay.
No.
So you're just like, hey, we're
let's talk.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but it's funny. I broke all the rules because I just showed up authentically. Like, and I told them, y'all could take me to lunch here and I wouldn't even know it. And they could have, but they didn't. And so I show up, and this is the meeting. Like, I'm in my chino shorts and my little Kuhdoo shirt and my Birkenstocks. And I walk in, and it's like the suits. And I'm like, fuck.
But at the same time, it's like probably perfect.
I'm like, okay.
You know,
well,
like
I'm in now.
Like she is who she like at the meeting, you know, like you just said about it being authentic. It's like, hey, this is who I am, man. Like,
and I think it was in hindsight.
And I'm busy, you know?
Yeah,
like,
in hindsight, I think it was probably refreshing. And it came across like humble. Yeah. And I always want to be authentic
Got
and
a little
humble.
bit of coconut oil here.
Yeah, sorry, my stain.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we walk in and we're talking and she's like, I think this and I think that. And they brought me lunch and we always joke they have an amazing cafeteria on the Arsenal campus for HEB. And it was the chupacabra sandwich.
Oh, nice.
And so like we still, all of these years later, I'm like, you still owe me a chupacabra. Like,
it's like a currency.
It's like a currency thing. I'm like, I'll come if I can get the chupacabra sandwich. So anyway, whatever I did that day worked. And I just told them, like, I'm breaking the rules here because I'm going to tell you our costs. I'm going to tell you what we can do. And, like, usually, like, you don't show your hands in meetings like that. It's like hardball negotiations. And I just didn't roll in that way. I didn't roll in hot. I didn't roll in, like, cocky. You know, I rolled in humble and thankful for the opportunity. And so what was supposed to be 3 SKUs in, like, 88 stores today is, like, 21 SKUs in I don't even know how many stores. I should know that roster, but I don't know. And then many of the stores have double placement, so it's almost like 2 stores in one.
Hey, Siri, how many HEB stores are there in Texas?
Do you want me to use ChatGPT to answer that?
Sure.
Thinking has to go to space. Yeah. Has to go to space.
As of 2025, HEB operates approximately 339 stores in Texas, accounting for about 100% of its U.S. locations. That was from ChatGPT. Check important info from a state.
So there are some that we are not in just because demographically it's not a good fit.
Got it.
But I mean, I would say 300 minimum, right? And then double placement in that. So it's almost like 600.
Double placement meaning?
So double placement means that like our healthy living department, you'll find us there. But then we're also across the store in like personal care.
Got it.
So it's double shelf space because you have a lot of customers that'll look for soap not in healthy living, but in personal care, right? But then we're also with all the natural skincare and healthy living.
Got it. So not all soaps in the normal soap area are also in healthy living.
Correct.
But not all healthy living soaps are also in.
Correct.
Oh, so double placement.
Yeah, so that's double placement. Yeah.
So you initially was 3 SKUs, but now it's 21?
We have grown over, let's see, 8 years. Yeah. And when it was supposed to be 3 SKUs, they called and they were like, there was a brand that had dropped off and gone out of business. They're back now, but they had done a lot of restructuring and they had shelf space to fill, which never happens. Like those shelves are mapped out for like a year. And so for us to get this like unicorn of like, we have shelf space we need to fill now. Do you want it? Yes. Yes.
Can we actually do it? I have no clue.
But we did it.
Yeah.
So our first HEB order launched in 2018. And I mean, we had storage units down to 90. We had 3 storage units. I had people working in my kitchen. My son's room was full of soap. My living room was full of soap. 3 people in my kitchen. The shop was full. I mean, it was full tilt. What messy, not efficient, running back and forth to storage units, running to the FedEx that's like literally right up here the road, you know, and just making it work. We made it work. We just like figured it out. And now I look back at that, I'm like, I don't know how we made that work. But we did, you know?
Yeah.
So yes, we did that.
So why, I mean, preceding that, why soap? You know, like what started you there? Like I know we talked about HEB and the success and the belt buckle and all the other cool things beforehand, but like why?
Why soap? Yeah. Well, in 2013, I had learned the art of soap making from a third generation Texan, and she was like family at the time, and she taught me the trade. And I've always just liked to create things, you know, whether it's like graphic design or interior spaces. Like I love to create things, and it just started as a little hobby and it was cute and do it in the kitchen with a little mixer. And then I was 7 months pregnant with Isaac, who's now 11, and got laid off from my corporate job, which was like hard, like out of nowhere, hard left, like plot twist.
Oh, hey, you're an expecting mother.
7 months pregnant.
Oh, that's great news.
Lost benefits, lost insurance.
Wonderful.
Lost income.
Fantastic.
Yeah. You know, yeah. Not freaking out. No, I was freaking out. So that was out of nowhere. It was like, went to work one day, you no longer have a job kind of deal, So had a decent severance, thankfully. I started interviewing at some other companies, but like in real life, nobody hires anyone that's 7 months pregnant. Just a fact. That's just a fact. So, and like, that's just the real world. So whatever, water under the bridge. So I'm like, okay, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? And I had hit my knee one day. And I was like, my knee. And that turned into this, that, damn it, love you. Just like I have very funny love languages with people, in my circles. And so I had thought about starting a soap company. And it's like, well, we could like take the first year off. I'll stay home with Isaac. I'll make soap. We'll do farmers markets. Let's Kuhdoo it.
So that's the name?
That's the name. That's how Kuhdoo came to be.
From Kani and other
things.
I
love you and damn it and whatever else. So it was never really about soap. It was about opportunity and like where there's a need and like I know how to do this. I have the time to do this. Let's see if we can make it work. We had a little bit of interest, like people were like, this is really good. And it's interesting the timing, like if I look back on it, was totally like in divine timing because soap was really not on trend yet when we started. But boy, it got on trend. Like within about 18 to 24 months, soap was like a thing. And so we were ahead of that and already establishing and working the streets and that sort of thing. And it just grew very organically, like grassroots, farmers markets, word of mouth. We still have customers that order from me today, 12 years later. Is it 12 years? 11 years, 12 years. Anyway, that were like some of our first customers from Wimberley. Like I know their names, Chad and Darla. And when I see their orders come through, I'm like, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
And they've been with us that long. It's the only soap they've ever used in like 12 years. Wow. Right? So those are like heartfelt moments. So it was never really about the soap. It was about figuring shit out. Like I need to do something. And it just, now that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm like, I will never not be an entrepreneur again.
Yeah.
And you're not ever going to be like, okay, I'm ready. Have all the money in the bank. I feel comfortable. It's good. That's never going to happen. And I still don't feel ready. Like every time I level up, I do not feel ready. But you just get there somehow. I don't know.
You got to Kuhdoo it.
You got to Kuhdoo it. You can Kuhdoo it in the kitchen. You can Kuhdoo it in the shower. You can Kuhdoo it on the desk. Yeah, you can do it wherever you want to. So it wasn't ever really about soap per se, but it was like there was a need, there was an opportunity, and those just came together beautifully. And my passion is more, obviously I have a passion for clean products and clean ingredients, but it's like for business and creating things. And now it's like I know the quality of our product really enriches people's lives, and it's an intimate part of our customers' lives, and I take that as a responsibility. So it was never initially about the soap, but now it's all about the soap.
You mentioned ingredients and inner workings as far as in what you're using for products and whatnot. Like how has that always been the priority as far as in making sure they're things that are familiar, that you can pronounce, that they're natural, like why and
from the get-go, our tagline has been made with love and ingredients you can pronounce.
Nice.
From the get-go, just like full stop. Ingredients you can pronounce. Like look at the back of your body wash. You cannot pronounce half of the shit that's on that. If you can't pronounce it, we don't use it. Full stop. So yes, that's always been important. And, if you're a bar soap person, if I can get in your shower, you're going to love my soap. I know that. I know that. And there's a lot of good soap out there too. Yeah. But we keep it simple. The recipes are very traditional. So yeah, ingredients you can pronounce. If you can't pronounce it, we don't use it.
Have you ever had any that weren't like accepted or popular? Like
No.
Ever have any lemons?
No.
No.
No lemons.
Wow, no duds, huh?
No duds. Now, there are people that are like, I prefer, there are people that
But never one that was just like, this one flopped.
No.
Oh, wow.
Never.
That's sick.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. I just, no lemons, no flops. No, That's a poor seller. We're going to cut it.
Wow.
I've never
Okay.
had one of those.
That's sick. Keep it coming.
I
man.
know. Don't ask me how I
Shit.
do it because I don't know. It's just an intuition thing. It's just like a gut thing.
So I saw on a lot of your marketing, you're promoting this thing called like the Clean Life. Tell me about that.
So the Clean Life is our subscription, which that's the initial platform for it, which is our subscription where you can curate like what you want to, have shipped to you on a monthly basis. But it's really like our blog is going to be the Clean Life, and the Clean Life is just our ideology. It's the way we live. And like for me personally, I used to be really sick, scared, and stupid. Really sick, scared, and stupid. But 2 years ago, like personally, I started cleaning that up, right? Got sober.
Ooh.
Started looking at like the internal work, like cleaning up all the shit that's inside, right? Like the shadow work and the shit that I had avoided. Because when you get sober, you can't avoid that as much. So, I literally started cleaning up on the inside. And then just over a year ago, I really started changing the way that I eat, like really cleaned up my diet, no processed food, started with just like, I got like on the Whole30 train. I'm like, what is this Whole30 thing? Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, it's just real food, like food from God. Okay. And then to you, like you say, pick it, pull it, kill it. Yeah. And then I went into animal-based. And so the Clean Life, it's very parallel for me personally because the Clean Life is about, yes, obviously clean skin, clean ingredients, clean products, but it's also about like living a clean life.
Just holistically.
Holistically. In your values, in your integrity, in the way that you operate when nobody's watching, what you put in your body, what you put on your body, how you treat people, So the Clean Life for me goes very, very deep. And, that's something that as we start to promote the Clean Life, I'm going to really talk about and be a little more vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you the irony of when I cleaned up my life, Kuhdoo went bonkers.
You hear that, people?
Yeah. I mean, I start like sobriety, first of all. And it's like all of these blessings that I have now from Kuhdoo, I could not have been a steward of them if I was drinking, if I felt like shit all the time, if I was like not in good physical shape. Like making soap, people think, oh, that's cute. That sounds fun. But it is a lot of physical labor. Yeah, moving pallets and slinging buckets of coconut oil. And so, I mean, it sounds silly, but it's like 50 pounds. Lift. So
Yeah. How much are those, like, when you're making those soap trays and slabs?
The soap slabs are about 50 to 60 pounds.
50. 50.
50. We do like 12 of those, so whatever that math is. Hundreds of pounds. It's not
like a dumbbell. Like, it's like
no.
Square, like it's an awkward weight.
You have to like use your legs, use your arm. I mean, you're
so
tired.
This is like good functional fitness.
Fitness, and you do that 15 times over.
It's got to be fun with a hangover.
Yeah, no, nothing is fun with a hangover. But
that would suck.
That would suck.
Irritability would be through the roof.
Oh, and just like what the team needs from me now, like how I lead the team, how I show up as an example to the team, like the capacity of what I'm able to emotionally hold, stress, conflict, just dealing with all the shit that comes with a growing business and leading a team and
not being
yeah. And then I decided about 3, 6, 9, 12. It's been maybe 5 months now to cut out coffee.
Now you're just a glutton for pain now, right?
I mean, and it's like I actually have so much more energy now without the coffee. Yeah. Plot twist. So, but even those things, like I'm able to be more laser focused. I'm more efficient. So when I started cleaning up my life, like my life got so fucking good. Yeah. I didn't know life could be this good. And I had somebody ask me on Instagram the other day, like, you always seem so positive and have so much energy. Like, what's the secret? Living a clean life.
It's pretty simple.
Like literally living the clean life. And that just is like clean food, clean. Like when I lay down at night, my heart is clean. Like I know that I've operated.
You left it on the field.
Yeah. I've operated with integrity. I didn't screw anybody over. I was honest. I did the best that I could. I showed up. all of those things. And like, that's what makes you happy is when you're living right. Wholesomeness. Fulfillment. Yeah. And I will tell you, like, I've had a lot of not happy years. And so I don't take that for granted. And even the shitty days now are still really good because I know what it feels like to not be happy.
Sure.
And so, yeah, I'm happy. But I built that. I earned that. I gave that to myself. It wasn't just like, oh, I'm just a positive Polly that's in a good mood all the time. No, that is not how that happened. So the clean life, to circle back, for Kuhdoo is just, our ideology, like how we operate as a company, the culture of who we are. It's definitely the ethos of who I am as the woman behind the woman-owned business, living the clean life and promoting the clean life. Obviously, skin is a great place to start, but it goes a lot deeper than that.
Freaking rad. Well, man, that was a lot further of an answer than I thought was going to encompass, but like, fuck, that's badass. What, any new ingredients, product changes to kind of like go along with the clean life? Or is it still like your greatest hits of 21 or however many? I don't know. Like, is there more SKUs? 21 SKUs at H-E-B. I'm sure there's more soap in the repertoire and inventory that's sold elsewhere and online on y'all's, was it KuhdooSoap.com, right? Or Kuhdoo.com?
Yeah, Kuhdoo.com.
Any new stuff as far as like what you're pumping, promoting, or using?
Well, we're always thinking about new things. We did just release our new Texas Tallow line. That hit shelves in February, which we're really excited about. So obviously tallow is hot right now. Everybody's talking about tallow cream, tallow this, tallow that. And honestly, like, I'm so glad that it's back because this is what people used when we didn't have these luxury oils of like coconut and olive and avocado. When people were on the trail, they rendered their own fat. Like, that's the fat that they had to use. And that's like the origins of soap making come from tallow. Like, when that's the fat that you had. And
soap making 101, y'all.
If it ain't broke, don't break it, If it ain't I always say that. If it ain't broke, don't break it. But when I launched Kuhdoo in 2013, it was a very vegan, vegetarian era. It was not a good look to have tallow soap. Yeah. And so it's been in the back of my mind for a very long time because tallow soap, as you know, is legit. Like, you can feel the difference in the lather. So we're super excited to have that launched. We're getting a crazy response to it. We've just launched also our new botanical line, which is more like earth-based ingredients like pineapple and matcha and mushroom and,
nice.
Still all from Mother Nature.
Nice.
Just elevated with how we pair it and, the science behind it. So that's 8 new SKUs that we just launched. They're all in H-E-B. So we're going to take a beat on new products, but we are working on like tallow balm, tallow cream, and some of that in the back end. And we are on the tallow train. That is for sure.
What, I'm trying to think, like, just auditing visually in the grocery stores. I think y'all might be like one of the only tallow soap companies at any major store on shelf. I mean, everything else is like Etsy, Instagram, like just through small shops. But like, as far as in like in a major chain,
we are the first commercial soap company to shelve tallow soap. And I think that was another God thing, like God wink, divine timing, whatever. I just had this like drop in, like this intuitive nudge, like, tallow. It is time. People are ready. Nobody's doing it. And the timing was just right. Like, I knew it was coming.
Good geopolitical climate kind of helping with that.
I mean, my gut, like, I just knew it was coming before everybody else knew it was coming. Yeah. And I knew that it would make amazing soap. And I knew that people would want it. And I knew that it would be great. So, like, is it on trend? Yes. And did I, like, totally capitalize on that? Yes, but it's also an amazing product that people want and need. They don't even know that they want it and need it yet, So, like, that was just another timing thing. Like, I can't tell you. I didn't, like, do all this data mining and research and, like, I just went with my gut. And I'm like, this is what we're going to do.
Freaking awesome.
So, and that's the thing. That's one of the things that served me very well over the last 12 years is, like, not hesitating, like, having discernment, and when I feel that it's a yes, I just pull the trigger.
Oh, so let's get into one of my favorite things of like doubt versus uncertainty.
Yeah. Like, there's a ton of uncertainty, but there was no doubt.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Uncertainty we can navigate. Yeah. But I was like, this pull the trigger, full send, push the red button. And now, like 85% of our online orders are new customers from all over the United States. Tallow.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah.
And that's with you said mid-February, so that it was on the shelves. So H-E-B shelves as well as online shelves?
Well, we soft launched it last fall, like in our brick and mortar. And then we really started pushing it online in January. So just a couple of months.
Okay, so YTD, but like,
yeah.
wow, 85% of online.
Most of it new customers, most of it Tallow.
How's it doing at H-E-B?
Great.
Same? Like
Same.
Moving?
Great. It's great.
Awesome.
People are excited. People are looking for it.
Yeah. I think that the geopolitics are definitely helping with that in the best way for you, right? The timing couldn't be better.
It's such a good feeling, speaking of that. Like, we're not scared. We're not scared. Yeah. We're like, this is who we are. This is already what we're doing.
Yep. We don't have to worry about any dyes or adulterants or ingredients that are potentially hazardous that are likely to possibly be banned or under threat of banning, like some of the major producers of certain drinks and foods are under the microscope of, and some of which have said that they're going to get rid of those things or change those ingredients and formulas to, succumb to what's being requested. But like, what happens if some of those major soap brands get items pulled because the powers that be tell them they can't sell these things with these either dyes or other additives, and then you got these companies.
That looks like a runway for Kuhdoo. That looks like a lighted runway for Kuhdoo.
What happens when you go? Okay, so hold on.
I can't wait to find out what happens.
Right. Well, so when you're in the 400 square foot garage, 6,000 bars a month.
Yeah.
What's it like now?
We just invested in equipment where we can crank out 30,000 bars plus a week. So 124,000 bars a month now. And I'm already thinking, oh shit, that's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because we've got some opportunities that I can't really talk about, but we've got some meetings with other grocers nationally set up, and it's just like, okay, if this goes, we're going to have to double that. I'm like, we're going to need a bigger boat.
Can you, I'm sure you can, but like, think back to the person who was making those 6,000 a month and the storage units all over the place and my kids' rooms and everything like that. Imagine telling her in a few years, you're going to be doing 124,000 bars a month, possibly double that. Like, can you even
No. And that's what's so funny. Like, every year the team and I do, after the first of a year, we do a day where it's like we shut everything down and we do vision boarding. And like everybody does a vision board. I do one for me. I do one for Kuhdoo. And it's like, I couldn't have even thought that big because I couldn't have seen the how, right? But this many years later, I'm learning to think bigger and knowing that the how just shows up. The how just shows up. But like, not to play small because you can't see how.
Oh, nice.
Don't play small because you can't see how. Play big and trust that the way will be made known.
Oh, that's awesome.
And that has been proven to me over and over and over again. Like every time I was unsure, something just drops in right on time. And we just get to the next lily pad and the next lily pad and the next lily pad. So you want to talk about uncertainty? I'm real comfortable with uncertainty because it's always a constant in my business. Always. And in my life. I mean, uncertainty is a constant. But I have no doubt that it's like, this is where we're going. Don't know how we're going to get there. But no, I couldn't have even seen that. I couldn't have even seen like, how are we going to have enough money? What's the facility going to be like? And I think if you get too wrapped up in those logistics, you freeze. And it's just like, I don't know. So it's okay not to know.
Yeah.
But like, you still set the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I couldn't have seen it. I can't see where we're going to be in 5 years from now. But I'm really excited to find out. I can't see it. I don't know.
You might be bought out and, sitting pretty in a PJ somewhere.
I don't know.
I think by the way things are going and the way companies are getting consumed and cannibalized by some of these monsters, you might be right there with them and PJing your way through the Maldives or I don't know.
I don't know. What I do know for sure is that I'm excited. It's all good. And like whatever's the next around the next corner, I'm excited to find out. Like I'm like, even, I mean, Even if I'm like, whoa, wasn't expecting that, but okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What about, talking about the clean life and like how it's not just about the soap and the quality of ingredients and making sure things aren't harmful, and how it was really stemming from you and cleaning up your own life. You talked about it a little bit with your team, your family, your kids. Like, what does that look like for you to be able to see the response in them as far as in the people around you, your spheres of influence? It's reflections of work, the quality of work, stuff like that.
It's very interesting. And that's a great question, because what I have noticed is that as I have leveled up, so has everything around me. And I have had employees leave on their own accord, many of them. So the caliber of employee that I have now, that I embody and that I'm putting out there, and it's like, you attract what you are, right? You don't get what you want, you get what you are. And so I think back to 3 years ago and the caliber of employee that I had then versus the caliber of the girls that I have now, night and day. And so that's been very organic. That's just been like, I've always say, like when people aren't a vibrational match, they just fall away. Like even when it's not your own doing, it just falls away.
Yeah. And
so the team that I have now reflects my growth. They reflect that integrity, that character, like that higher vibration, if you will.
Yeah. And
so as I have cleaned up myself, the caliber of employees that I've been able to bring in is better. And I have the dream team now. Like this is the team that I have just waited and waited and waited for. Same with how the business starts to just snowball. It's like when you are living clean and you're living right, that frequency that you're putting out there, like sometimes I just sit back and laugh at the opportunities that just fall in my lap. Like they just come, I don't even have to, I'm not like out there hunting like, ooh, what about this? Or what about that? Or what about this? It's literally like I think about it and I'm like, what would that be like? Or, I'd like to try that or this. And then I just like, that's getting into the law of attraction and stuff. But I do what I do. I do the right thing. I work hard. I take aligned action. And it just comes to me. And that probably, some people are probably going to be like, well, let's be nice and roll their fucking eyes at that. But like, there is like value in what's reciprocated to you when you are living clean in your heart, clean in your soul, clean in your actions, clean in your word.
Yeah.
And that just resonates. It's just like a ripple effect. It's like all of my relationships at Kuhdoo are better. All of my team members are better. Like all of my business opportunities are bigger and better. It just ripple effects out from that. So like I can literally see the parallel in me doing my own work, me being the captain of this ship, and just like how it's just like the waters have parted and said, here's all of this opportunity. And I don't think that that's a coincidence. I don't think that that's a coincidence because I've been in this business a long time. And I mean, I made it this far, even 2 years ago, like what I had created up until like 2 years ago was pretty great.
Yeah.
But then it's like you get your shit together and it gets greater, and it's just like, oh, it's like when you're in the game and you're like trying really hard and it's like next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you earn that though. And it's not without a lot of effort and intention and sacrifice. And, I've always said, and this may sound harsh, but when it comes to like people that have quit or that I've had to let go over the years, like the trash always takes itself out. The trash always takes itself out. I don't have to do that. And that's great. So I just keep doing me and living clean and living right and holding to my values. And life just keeps getting better. And Kuhdoo just keeps getting better. And the lives of my employees keeps getting better. Like when Kuhdoo wins, they win. When we grow, they grow. Like it's just good. It's all good.
And your kids see that too?
Oh, the kids. Yeah. The kids that's been, and I'm very open with them and like.
Or like your relationship with them, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely, there's this like mommy wine culture, which I was totally a part of. Like at the park, I had something in my Yeti. Going to the football game, I had something in my Yeti. Always. Like just overstimulated, stressed out, and not dealing with it.
Yeah.
and I would have been like, oh, I'm a better mom when I'm drinking. Fucking bullshit.
Oof. You're going to hurt some people with that.
Well, yeah.
Let them have it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Let them have it.
Fucking bullshit. My kids deserve the best version of me. They didn't get to pick. They're stuck with me, whether they like it or not. And how dare I not give them that because I can't deal with my own shit? Give me a break. Like, I just have zero, like, I get on a soapbox here.
You're on it.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Let it rip. Yeah, this is the place.
I'm just like,
this is
no.
the place. Tell me
and I don't want to judge the moms that are there because I was there.
Yeah.
But let me tell y'all, it is way better on the other side. And the communication that I have with my kids now, when I start feeling that like come up, that like, I'm like, I'm out of patience power. I need a minute, and I'll just go. And I'm like, mom's going to timeout. And I'll go fucking take a 10-minute timeout and just do some breath work, get myself regrounded. And like, I've learned so much about parenting my own inner child when I'm soberly parenting my kids. Like, I've learned so much
when you're
about
soberly parenting. Got it.
Soberly parenting. Because parenting, like, it will unravel you. It is it is hard. It's like, and I mean, they're older now, so it's better, and like they can gauge like mom's had enough, but in those earlier years, kids give zero fucks. It's me. And that was hard for me. But anyway, so I'm very open with my kids, and I've had to apologize for a lot of behavior that I had when I was drinking that, wasn't honoring them, that wasn't respectful to them, wasn't respectful to me.
How much were you drinking?
I wasn't drinking every day, but when I was drinking, there were no breaks. There was just like, let's go back to the store, like up until 2 a.m., so I wasn't drinking daily, but when I did drink, it was on. And that was even like just at the house. Like, even if I was like, I would stay up and just like sit on the rocking chair on the porch, and I wasn't doing anything wrong per se, but I was just like, not dealing with my shit. I wasn't dealing with the stress of Kuhdoo. I wasn't dealing with the pressure. I wasn't dealing with my emotions. I was in a very, very unhealthy marriage, was not dealing with that. Didn't want to look at it, just not looking at anything that was true, And so, yeah. And then it was just like, I had to take a really hard look in the mirror and realize that alcohol was not serving any intention that I had. Not a single one. Not a single one. And so I talked to my kids about it, and I'm very open with them about it. And now, like, we talk about it, and it's like, I think I'm 900 something days sober now. And they know the day, like,
Who's counting?
Who's counting? I'm counting. And so I'm very open with them. And I just am like, yes, lots of people drink alcohol, and they've gotten more sensitive to it. Like, if we're in a crowd or whatever, they'll be like, look at that or look at that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm so glad I don't do that anymore. And they'll be like, yeah, me too. And like, we can just have fun, and like, we can go do things. And it's not like controlled by like, I can't drive, or like, do they sell beer there? It's just, it's a cleaner way of life, like all in and out. Like, I can be present. I'm intentional. I'm engaged with them. I'm focused. I'm happier. And there's just like, I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. But yes, if you think that you are a better mom when you are drinking, bull fucking shit. Hard stop.
Well, what about, that's awesome. First, let me just, what about for people, parents, let's say women in particular, single mom, divorced, entrepreneur, owns the business outright yourself, getting sober, cleans up her diet, exercises regularly, still goes to football, takes them to Fiesta, Texas for their birthday.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of, like, I hear a lot of people say in my life, and I'm sure you can relate to, like, I can't. Like, I don't have time to work out. Jake, I'm a parent. I've got 2 kids that are like, you're single mom. You're doing it by yourself. You're raising kids by yourself. You're running this company by yourself. You're cleaning your life up, your sobriety, your exercise. Like, how do you do? What's your secret that so many people can't do? Like, did you seem to be doing pretty?
I get a lot of people are like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do?
I mean,
it
as
all?
a parent, like, I'm like, how do you do that? Like, you know, where does that? How does that time happen?
Just the other day, it was yesterday. I was up. My day started at 1:21 a.m. My ring thought that I just had a nap, you know, and I had like Isaac had some issues. He was sick, yada yada, and so he went back to sleep. I tried to go back to sleep, you know. Was like not happening. So I just got up and then I woke him up. He's like, Mom, how do you have so much energy? I'm like, I don't have a choice. This is just what we got to do today. Like, it's not a choice. You just do it. There's no, I can't. And if you're not, that's another soap. Like, don't get me on that soapbox because if I can do it.
No, you're here.
Like,
you're
I'm on the soapbox.
You're on it.
I'm on the soapbox.
Let it open. Let it out.
It might seem harsh or like judgmental or intolerant, but like you can if you want to.
Yeah.
And I think most people just don't really want it.
Yeah.
You have to want it. And I have so much to lose now. I'm not losing it. Like, you're not, try and come for my job. No, not happening. I've like crawled through broken glass to get here. And I'm not going to lose it, you know? So the whole I can't thing, like I get it. And some days some days I get up and I want to work out and I want to do these things and the day goes to shit and I don't get the workout in, but you know what? I can still get to eat clean.
Yep.
I still can stretch.
Yep.
Like I may not hammer every day the way that I wish I did, but that doesn't mean it's flushed down the toilet. You just have to adapt and be flexible. You know, but I couldn't have handled it all. When I was drinking, I was not handling it all. And here's the thing, like single mom, entrepreneur, all these things. You know what I don't miss is feeling like shit and not being able to do it because I'm hungover or I'm like, oh my God, my head hurts. I'm fucking tired. And I don't want to say that you can still do it from that place, but it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be a lot harder. So all of these like micro habits, sleep, exercise, natural dopamine drop, eating clean are like the foundation for being and then like also all of the emotional work. You know, I'm a big believer in that. And the therapy, the shit that I've cleared out, the shit that I've learned about myself that I'm like, oh, that's why you do that. Well, let's not do that anymore, Kaysha. Oh, well, you sabotaged that. Let's not do that anymore. Okay, this is why I do this. It's like these big zits on your face that you're just like popping. And it's like, well, that's gone now.
It's a nice little delve into compensatory behavior.
You know? But yeah, you got to take ownership for your shit. But all of those things have laid the foundation for me to do all of the things. Yeah. But it took work and it took intention. And like, you just have to want it bad enough. And that's what I think most people, they say they want it, but what are you really willing to do? Like, people see my life now and they're like, oh, this and that and my big shop and this business and the belt buckle. And
yeah, that's
you
me.
know?
I'm like, this lady, she's killing it, man. Like, you're fucking millionaire. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn.
Yeah, but like, let me tell you, in 2015, I took a car back to the bank. Right here, down the street at University Federal Credit Union. Like the sacrifices, like I voluntarily was like, I cannot afford this. You guys have to take it back. Wrecked my credit, wrecked my ego. Like filed Chapter 7 bankruptcy because it was either I'm going to lose Kuhdoo or I'm going to lose my credit score. I lost my credit score. And you know what? I'm still here.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know, and I drove.
Burn the boats.
Burn the boats.
Oh my God.
And I drove a piece of shit car to meetings at the Hotel Van Zant. Like, it was.
What was
it? Like
tell
a hoopty.
Tell me the story about the valet. The valet. Yeah, tell me the story.
I called that car my humble hoopty because it was ghetto.
What was it?
It was like a 1991 Ford Escort stick.
What year is this? It wasn't 91.
It was
my question.
The car was 1991.
Right. The car was a little dated.
It was before my HEB days, so maybe like 2016.
Okay,
2015, 2016.
The car was not new.
It was not new. It was not cute. She was not. Her name was Ruby. She was not cute.
She's red.
Crank windows.
Oh, like a Skittle.
Like a Skittle.
Like a Skittle.
You drive down
like 30. A jaded Skittle.
You drive down 35 in that next to these semis, and you're like, please don't take off. Like, don't take off. But So I've sacrificed my ego. I've sacrificed my credit score. I mean, so those are things that people don't see. And it's like, how bad do you want it?
Yeah.
Do you want it bad enough that you're willing to like file bankruptcy?
Yeah.
And start over and be like, God, that's embarrassing. God, that's embarrassing. You know? That's how bad I wanted it. Like, that's how much I also believed in it. Like, I believed that, like, I just got to get around this corner. I just got to get around this corner, you know? And thank God for the option.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
So, yeah, the humble hoopty.
Here are your terms. It's like, well, I really don't want to do that. No fucking shit.
Yeah.
Like, did you want to do that?
No.
Right? It wasn't like, hey, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. But at the cost or risk of losing your dream.
Take your ego and run it through the shredder.
Money.
Yeah. But you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
And it's just value for where I am now. So that's when people come at me and they're like, well, this and that. I'm like, what are your options?
Yeah.
What do you know? I struggle with empathy in that way because I'm like, I've done it all. Like,
it's hard to have sympathy when you have empathy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Literally, like it's hard to have sympathy when you've got empathy.
Yeah.
If you've been someplace, or in your case, many places, it's like, dude, I ain't got time for that shit.
And I'm like, don't come at me and tell me how hard it is. Don't come at me and tell me that you're tired. I worked street markets pregnant AF. Like setting up tents, moving cinder blocks, you know.
I'm just seeing the hand on the hip, like bouncing around doing it, man. Like, oh, it's fucking rad.
The day Josie was born, it was Christmas and we were slammed. And it was just like, I'm going to work this child into existence. You know, there was no like, oh, I can't because I'm pregnant and I need to rest. Like, nope. That was not an option. It was like, get the orders out or get the orders out. Plan A and plan A. Yeah. Anyway. So I got off track on the question. What was the question?
How do you?
Oh, the humble hoopty. Yeah. Let's get back to that. So I called on the Hotel Van Zant, which is a hotel here in Austin, when they were still in construction phases. I had kind of gotten a lead that they liked.
I got a great view. Sorry.
Not anymore.
Sorry, guys.
I got like a lead that they liked local products in their stores. And so I reached out. At that time, it was a Kimpton brand hotel. I reached out on LinkedIn to the CEO of Kimpton. Just like threw it out
just
there.
Cold DM on LinkedIn, huh?
That's how, yeah. I'm like, why not?
Nice.
Cold DM on LinkedIn.
Nice.
Well, then they called.
Which nobody responds to.
But they did.
That's fucking great.
And I remember they were still operating out of a construction trailer downtown. Like it was in construction. Like they were like hole in the ground construction. Took a bunch of samples. I remember I looked cute. I had on my red lipstick and a sexy little vest.
Nice.
Was feeling good that day in my red little 1991 Ford Escort. Just pulled up.
Killing it.
You know? And I just showed up as me like I do as Kaysha. And like, hey, y'all, you know, welcome to Texas. And had a meeting in the construction trailer. And we are still, to this day, I don't know how many years ago that's been, actually, I think we're the only brand that they opened with that's still in the shop.
At the Van Zant.
At the Van Zant.
Wow.
Yeah. And they sell our lip balms and candles and soaps and things like that. And we do custom products for them now too. But yeah. And then when they opened, they invited us to Geraldine's, which was like their bougie restaurant, right? And I was like, yes, hell yes. I mean, we were broke back then. And so like free dinner at Geraldine's, okay.
Can I get to go also? Like, is it all right?
And so...
Why did you order 2 entrees, ma'am? Like, oh, one's for later. Actually, you order both. I'm really hungry. And then, you know what? Can I actually box it up? It's like, that was my plan all along. Like, yeah, I was boxing it the whole time.
So like, so we pull up to the valet in Ruby, the 1991 Ford Escort. And they never said anything, but the look was like, ma'am, are you lost? And I was like, we're going to valet this. Thank you. So those are moments like, are you willing to pull up like you own the place in a 1991 Ford Escort? Or are you going to let your ego get in the way? Like, just go for it. Like, I just go for it. And like, just could do it. Yeah, I could do it. That's still how I could do it. So yeah, that's the humble hoopty story.
So is that what you would tell? Like, I want to kind of send you off with, what advice would you give to somebody that's got excuses that's hurting, that's struggling, that's tired, that's maybe sick, scared, and stupid. What would be your recipe for success for them to say, like, if I were to do it again and try to give you this one sheet of like, start here and do these 3 steps, 5 steps to get to feeling like how you feel and being the way you are and able to do what you do?
Yeah. I would say get your shit together. Like, your business will not thrive until you are thriving. Like, first step, get your cobwebs cleaned out, clean out your emotional closet, like, get your shit together, and then work your ass off. And don't be too proud. And, like, tell yourself the truth. Like, tell yourself the truth. Alcohol wasn't serving me. Like, what in your life is not serving you? Be lovingly ruthless about cutting it out. Because you can't have a successful business if you aren't internally successful. That's step 1, I think. In hindsight. Now, I scraped my way there. I got lucky. I had a few lucky breaks, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would say get your shit together, and how bad do you really want it? Because it's going to be hard. It's going to be so much harder than you can even think. How bad do you want it? What are you willing to give up to get there? Because people see this Kaysha now, and they're like, oh, you're such an inspiration. And I'm like, let me tell you about the dark and twisty parts of the journey that you don't see here today. It's going to be hard. It's not going to look like what you want it to look like. So I would say, yeah, get your shit together. Live whatever version of the clean life that means to you, because your business and your entire life will reflect that and reciprocate that back to you. And you're going to have to work really hard. Don't think it's going to be easy. And even though I'm successful now, it's still not easy. There's a lot of stress. There's a lot of uncertainty. In some ways, yeah, you think, oh, I've made it, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know what that really meant, Yeah. So, yeah, get your shit together and live whatever the clean life means to you, and you're going to have to work really hard. But if you want it bad enough, you'll get it.
Sick. So what's upcoming for Kuhdoo? What do we have in the immediate future?
In the immediate future, we are working on some exciting co-branded private label products with this guy, Jake Thomas, that we're excited to. We are in product testing right now. I'm super excited about this project and the packaging and just the level of ingredients, and it's going to be so good. And then we are talking to a lot of companies right now. We're about to take Kuhdoo to a more national brand space, and so that's very exciting. It's also scary, but yeah, Kuhdoo is, we've dominated HEB in Texas, and that's been amazing, but we're getting ready to try to do that nationwide. So we want it to be a household name, from East Coast to West Coast. So that's the next climb.
So you're pretty good being scared then, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm good being scared.
You live scared.
I live scared.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I live scared, but you can't let it rule you. I still have, even though I'm scared, the days are good. Yeah. Even though I'm scared, here's the thing. I'm not sick or stupid anymore. I'm just still scared.
It's good
but
to
I'm
be
not scared because I'm sick and stupid. I'm scared in like the, oh my God, this is so good way. I don't know how we're going to do it. And they're like, if you're not puckered, you're not doing it. You're not thinking big enough, So it's like those places where you're not scared in business, they're comfortable, but you're never going to grow from that place. Like you're never going to.
Life too.
Yeah, life too. Life too. And, yeah. That's so true. Life too. And vulnerability and how the way I've changed my relationships, those have been scary, and loving people in different ways is scary. But yeah, I live scared, but I love it, and I wouldn't change it any other way.
Freaking awesome. Well, we really appreciate you being here and taking the time, Kaysha. I know it's a busy time for you being in with us today amidst of everything else you're doing that you kind of talked about, so we really appreciate it.
Yeah. And one last thing, guys. Lather on.
I'll leave her with that. Oh man, I'll have all the notes for Kaysha as well as Kuhdoo and where you can shop and get all of your goodies and be part of the Clean Life subscription like Kaysha's talking about at Kuhdoo.com. Again, that's KUHDOO. And as she said, remember to lather on, and it's the only way you can Kuhdoo it. For anybody else and everybody else, I'm your host, Jake Thomas. This has been another episode of Sick, Scared, and Stupid. We appreciate y'all stopping by. We'll see you next time. Fucking rad.
That's a wrap.
That was great.
That was easy.
You're amazing. You're amazing. Oof. Let me see if I can shoot these ads really fast. Give me that to let me. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really
I did
good.
okay.
Oh my God. Honestly, it's probably the best podcast of that.
That's saying a lot.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
That's saying a
I'm
lot.
telling you, it was awesome. Am I wrapped up? I think so. Do you mind if I shoot a couple of ads really fast just to record? Sure. Like, I mean, I'll do them 1, 2, 3, like quick takes, but just like into the camera. Yeah. Very awesome. Can we just do these real fast?
We should do a Kuhdoo. Kuhdoo should do ad space with you.
I am. That's what I have on
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Watch. Check me out. Yeah, that was awesome. Seriously, probably the best podcast I've hosted. I swear, I'm telling you this. I'm telling you, we gotta get you doing this more often. You're fucking great.
Just a hardcore sweetheart.
Oh yeah, exactly. All right. Yo, what's up, guys? Today's episode is brought to you by Kuhdoo. That's Kuhdoo. Let's be real. Most soaps on the market are loaded with garbage. Artificial fragrances, endocrine disruptors, and harsh detergents that leave your skin feeling dry and wrecked. You're not just washing dirt off. You're absorbing that junk straight into your bloodstream. And that's why I use Kuhdoo soap. Real handcrafted soap. Made from quality ingredients that actually nourish your skin. No nonsense, no fillers. Just clean, effective soap that does the job the right way. If you're still using cheap chemical-laced soap, it's time to level up. Ditch the toxins, upgrade your hygiene, and treat your skin like it deserves. Go to Kuhdoo.com. Again, that's Kuhdoo. Use the discount code LifeLikeJake. Use the discount code LifeLikeJake at checkout for an exclusive discount. Because real men, we don't lather up with trash. Lather on, y'all. Today's episode is brought to you by 3C Joppa Cattle Company. Today's episode is brought to you by 3C Joppa Cattle Company. If you care about what goes in your body, you should care about where your beef comes from. Most of what you find in grocery stores is factory farmed. Grain-fed garbage pumped with hormones and all kind of disruptive antibiotics. And that's why I only trust 3C Joppa Cattle Company for my beef. But this isn't just any beef. This is 100%. But this isn't just any beef. This is grass-fed American Wagyu beef. That means unmatched marbling, insane flavor, and next-level nutrient density without the junk that you're going to get from commercial feedlots. You're getting the best of both worlds. The rich taste of Wagyu combined with the clean nutrition of grass-fed beef. Not only does it taste insane, but you're fueling your body with real nutrients. Not lab-engineered junk from commercial feederys. If you want to train harder, recover faster, and actually support your health, you need to start with your food. Shop now at 3cjapacattleco.com. Shop now at 3ccattle.org. And use the discount code LifeLikeJake to stock up on grass-fed American Wagyu beef. Because I assure you it'll be some of the highest quality beef you'll ever eat. Remember, your body deserves it. Eat like it. Today's episode is sponsored by Man Bar. Let's be real. 99% of protein bars are garbage. They're loaded with seed oils, have all kind of processed syrups, and so much sugar, they might as well be a fucking candy bar. And so much sugar, they might as well be a candy bar. But Man Bar ain't playing that game. This is a high-protein, low-carb, all-natural bar designed for people who actually care about what goes inside their bodies. No filler, no trash. Just clean protein, healthy fats, and zero nonsense. Whether you need fuel on the go, a post-workout boost, or just a snack that won't wreck your diet, Man Bar has your back. Go to trymanbar.com and use the discount code LifeLikeJake at checkout to grab yours now. Go to trymanbar.com and use the discount code LifeLikeJake at checkout to save and try yours now. Stop eating weak. Start eating like a man. Today's episode is sponsored by Life Like Us. Clothing isn't just something you put on. It's a reflection of what you believe. Life Like Us is about self-expression, honesty, and standing up for what matters. Whether it's make milk raw again, ban lab-grown meat, eat food, not poison, or stop diet wars. Every piece is designed to start the conversation and challenge the status quo. And unlike mass-produced fast fashion, every shirt and hoodie is designed and produced at our factory in Los Angeles. No compromises, no cheap materials. Just real messages on quality apparel. Go to thelifelikeus.com to shop for more. And remember, say what you mean, but wear what you believe. And remember, Don't just say what you mean. Wear what you believe.